Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of nftwins. Well, as you know, we love tech, and today we want to talk about the highlights, or at least our personal highlight of CES, and maybe some flops. But Mark, are you ready to
yeah, let's talk some tech, my boy.
Let's go. All right, Mark, what was one of your favorites? Let's do it, tick and tack, or whatever you want to call it. You start, I go ahead.
Right. Okay, I'm going to start then. So, Lucas and I, we use a lot of laptops for work. And one of the things is if you use your laptop for a long time...
Probably like 90% of the people, Mark, right? I mean, everybody uses a laptop to work.
It's true, a lot of them use them. But have you ever cleaned your laptop? Probably not. You should, because otherwise your performance is going to decrease, especially if it's a gaming laptop, because they get super hot and no bueno. Well,
exactly.
It's actually kind of a pain in the ass to clean it. But
oh man,
wait a minute. HP is releasing a new laptop. They actually work with Intel with this. That is self-cleaning. Woo! You might ask, how is that working? Well, easily. Look, normally how it works this way. Fans suck up the air at the bottom and blow it out the back. But
always the same direction, right?
The same direction, only one direction. Now this model also can suck from the back and blow out the bottom. So this way it will jiggle up a little bit the dust, and then it cleans itself out that way. Which is
also how that works.
Cool.
It's reverse, right? They're spinning reverse.
Yeah, they're spinning reverse. So, yeah. Exactly. That's how it works. Isn't that fucking so cool? Think about it. Like one of these things, like taking out the screws.
So
and
nasty.
Honestly, if you're not really into it, the laptops or technology, it's a pain in the ass. You're not going to do that, and then it doesn't work.
Also with a MacBook, right? MacBooks is like, I think are they?
Well, not all MacBooks have fans, Lucas.
Yeah, but like the MacBook Pro do have one, right? So, but in general, every other like Lenovo, whatever, they have fans, and then just like trying to clean that. Oh man, it's a pain in the butt, especially these high pressure air, like high pressure air to clean it. Man, it is so cool. I thought that was also a super cool concept. But we also saw the other day, Mark, the concept of a cooling device, which even doesn't even need fans, right? So that would be even going further ahead, because then it would be much better, because then you don't need to clean it.
It gets stuck somewhere else, right? Because it runs through somewhere, but it can get stuck at some point. Wow. I mean, honestly, without the fans, it's probably the best, because then there's less surface area where it can get stuck. And otherwise, it's just blowing through it, anyways, right? It's blowing through the cooling and then out. So, but I like the idea. It's just very, very interesting, a different way of thinking about how to solve this issue. I'm not sure how that's going to work in real life, but I'm just excited about this. All right, Lucas, next one.
All right, for me, it's from the Smart Scale. So the Smart Scale from Withings. So basically what they do, actually, we should just share a screen quickly and show this bad boy. Let me just hook you up, guys. So for those who cannot see it, don't worry about it. We'll just explain it. So basically what you're seeing right now is like a full body scale where you step on, which also is a mirror, and it just like talks about basically shows you the temperature of the day, your weight loss, your development, also how's your heart doing, etc. And then I think it might even like it tracks like for example sleeping, etc. Because it also what they develop watches, so like smart watches, which don't look like smartwatches. They have like a more like a stainless steel design, like you would normally think of like a metal watch, which I think is quite fascinating. And then of course they will track this data and then input it into the mirror and the scale, because it's a huge mirror. Like think about it, a full body mirror, which everybody loves having. And it just like you step on, it's like, hey, good morning, Mark. These are your values. You've been sleeping pretty shit lately, or you've been sleeping great. As well as, oh, I've seen you've been downwards trajectory, or your heart rate is not correct. It's a little bit out of balance. So why not schedule an appointment with the doctor? Stuff like this.
This is what's fucking mind blowing to me. I mean, this is what I think probably also in Europe is going to be difficult based on GDPR and all these rules, and in the US is getting more difficult as well. But I think that will be the future, right? Any device like Apple, whatever it is, like you have this data. Obviously, it's some privacy issues, but if you can use this data to then feed an algorithm, either an algorithm or go to see a doctor, like, look, these are the things. This is my data on a regular basis. For example, heart rates or blood pressure, because the problem is like blood pressure and all this stuff measurement once you're at the doctor doesn't help you that much, because it's one time, not a measurement. It's not like, hey, consistent, etc. You don't know what other impacts are. So more data points means more accurate result, or
That also brings me to, like, one of these, like, risks or, like, downturns, like, 'cause you always need something that measures. For example, I bought an Apple Watch because I also wanted to, well, years ago now, to wear it at night, but to be honest, for me, it's very uncomfortable to sleep with a watch. So you need a device that would work. For example, these Aura rings or whatever called, right? These
Yeah.
tracking. So this might be less intrusive. Also, if you think about it as a for the older generation, you need some device they don't forget. So a ring is actually not a bad thing, but then you also need to charge it. So these are like always the downsides of these systems. It rely on you to use them all the time and charge them. So like for I'm assuming the battery's getting better and better, so you might not have to charge it that often. So every few weeks, etc.
I mean, talk about sleep, Lucas. So Withings have also like a sleep measurement tool. I mean, basically, it looks like a little mat that you put underneath your mattress, and it then measures how you sleep, your breathing, etc. Are you snoring? It was just super, super interesting as well because yeah, it's not intrusive. You don't have this more like an
Exactly.
ambient, so you don't have to do it actively, right? You don't wear it or anything. It's just ambient. You're sitting on your bed or laying on your bed. You don't have to charge it. It's just everything automatic. And these kind of tools, I think, are super, super interesting because especially also for older people who forget to use these kind of things, it's like these emergency buttons or whatever
Oh,
accessories that you're like, hey, I fell, help, help. Yeah, but if the battery's dead, it's not gonna fucking help you,
yeah.
right? You want something that always works.
That's what the ambient, right? What we saw the other day, the startup. I think Care at Home or something. I'm not sure what it's called again, but basically what it does, it's sensor or sensors that you put into, for example, under the in the bathroom, outside the bathroom, etc. In to the fridge, etc. So it, because like older people have same habits, so if it the algorithm needs like I don't know, a few weeks to know the habits of the person, and then for example, if the person would take more time into the bathroom, it will send an alarm because for example, it maybe normally takes 20 minutes and now he's like an hour in the bathroom. That might be weird because older people tend to have like a very like a routine life, and that might be that's a way to also make sure to track it, etc. So it's like more less intrusive, and also you cannot forget it because it's just there. You don't need to charge it, put it on, etc. But yeah, which I think is very fascinating. Which also brings me to my next one, which I think is one of the coolest ones, is for me the Roomba. So Roomba is basically the robot, that cleaning robot, right? We've all seen it, and we've all seen or got message on our phone, be like, "Hey, I'm stuck. Save me! I'm at a cliff, whatever." And then in the end, it's like the
Roombas
robot because they're just like stuck. Maybe something got stuck in the cleaning thing, and then it can't. Oh, it sucks.
never
It can't
works.
get along.
Never works. I
Exactly.
mean, they have really great
Now
fail videos where they run over shit and then just like,
oh,
"Wee."
yeah, the smearing. Oh my god, that was for me just oof. Alright, I wanna share this because this is, like, so cool. Basically, think about of an arm. So the Roomba gets a robot arm that just can expand. Look at that bad boy. One second here. Oh, yeah, look, the arm comes out. Wait, here, arm comes out. Oh, because there's, like, let's say, dirty socks or whatever on the floor, just picks it up and then just because also with AI, right? It can item recognition because that's why I was like, you don't want to have to pick up shit. And then just can even put it down into your basket of your dirty laundry basket, which is really, really nice. Basically helps cleaning up. I think that might be a big changer because like man, having because we all know if you look just while listening to this podcast, just look on your floor right now. Please look down and see how much stuff is laying there. Well, for me, I can
Honestly,
already see a few
for me, it
things.
doesn't make a difference because I'm sure it doesn't have the strength to lift what is on the floor.
That's true.
I
But
think
like
it's
for me,
cool, but I don't know.
it's definitely a major upgrade. I think it might be really, really helpful, especially for those messy people who just leave their clothes on the floor. Well,
Yeah.
I'm a little
Okay.
better, but
I
you
have
know,
another one which I really, really like, which was super, super cool. So it's a smart microwave which has a camera included. Wait,
you think
actually
that's
three
cool?
cameras. I think it's so cool. So for you, a few reasons. All right. One thing that is super cool is because it has a camera attached to the bottom and it's also a vent. Like, sorry, it sucks up air and cleans it. So you have that
Hmm.
usually also in front of top of your stove. So you can also take like videos, record videos with that, and then you can share them across social media. You might like, why would I want that? Well, for the simple
Exactly.
reason. especially like think about it, your mom is cooking something and you can directly see everything there. This is fucking so cool, and she can send it to you. Look, hey, this recipe. Hey, I just cooked this. Do that, and she's like, she can just fucking narrate it while she does it. She has everything on there. She doesn't have to use her phone. It's literally right in the microwave. You just like, or just like, boop, press a button, because it's not only a microwave, it has a screen. It's like basically a tablet. It's fucking so cool, and I can directly send it to you. It's like, look, I just cooked this and this. Boom, send, easy. So that's for that reason I find it so cool. Also, it has a camera inside, which I'm like, I'm not sold in. So you can basically see how you whatever you're cooking in the microwave
Ooh,
is
especially the video with the
progressing.
pizza. I'm like, oh,
I
seeing
think
a
it's
pizza
also
in
an
the
oven,
microwave.
Lucas. That's why
Ooh,
it's also an oven.
ooh.
It has an oven
It's
function.
microwave. Okay,
Yeah.
then
So
then I
that's why I'm
shall
like,
allow it.
yeah, but I'm not sure if I want that. But you can also watch Netflix on it, which is, I guess, kind of cool. It's on top of your thing, but not necessary. But the camera thing, I think it's like super interesting. Also, there's a lot of people that are like book influencers who want to be like, so it's a even less for them work. You have directly the angle from on top. It's not gonna get dirty, the camera. So I like it.
Yeah.
For that reason, I like it. It's super interesting play. I'm not sure if anyone is gonna buy it, or I'm gonna buy it for sure not, because I don't have money. But I think it's a super cool idea
Especially,
because
I
it's
mean,
a different
think
angle
about
to
it.
it.
You would need to first create a space on top of your stove where you put the microwave, because not everybody has them there, the microwave, right? So, for example, for us right now, we have already there the air section there. So you would
Yeah.
need to remove that completely
There it is.
and put there the microwave to replace it. And also, it doesn't say how good the thing is for cleaning. Also,
No, it
when
doesn't.
yeah, so that's one of the things for me. For the last one, which I thought was quite fascinating from LG, was like a ambient light. To be honest, you got to see that, because
Uh
that is so cool. I find it quite fascinating just looking at it, because it basically is just an ambient light. Looks just, nothing too special, but think about, you can just, it turns on and you can have it as a projector. Wait, here we go. Come on. No.
well,
Yeah,
also has a
baby.
speaker. The cool thing is that
Yeah.
you can turn it also up. You can face it to the top, bottom. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so
So you
cool.
can just watch in the bed, right? So you can like, oh, okay, turn it on, or anything just with the TV, with the phone in your bed. Just if not,
I think
just
that's super cool.
quite fascinating. But just a concept.
Unfortunately,
Sadly,
make it famous, everyone.
but also the question's all about the money, right? Because if it's just like super expensive, nobody will buy it. So that's also one of these things. It might be a cool
You never know.
gadget.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's it for me. I think that was the most fascinating one. Before, besides, of course, the GeForce graphics card, but we talked about them. They're fucking
There's also
fantastic.
another thing, I guess, which is similar to what. So Omen also, HP also introduced some more technology. So nowadays you see more and more people, like let's say, companies introducing AI into their technology stack, especially like also computer hardware companies. For example, this HP Omen also has now software that optimizes your FPS in game. So what
Yeah.
it does basically is adjust game settings to be optimized for the hardware that you have automatically, which is super nice. I think it's also something that GeForce already has or had for a longer period of time, but I guess this is even more specific to this laptop. So I think this is super interesting because now we're at the point where with software you can optimize your gaming experience automatically, so it's less of a hassle for the user.
This is a one press button. You say, I want to have max
Exactly.
FPS. Boop. Users just checks what CPU you have, what GPU you have, and then based on the game, whether it's CPU heavy or GPU heavy, I can adjust it for these things to have the optimal solution, which is kind of nice. Already existed in GeForce, but it's cool now that they're implementing it into more into the
Exactly, deeper,
systems.
like deeper integration, which is
Yeah,
nice. Easier. It's all about simplicity. I think this will help a lot of people as well, especially those who are not very familiar with tech. Cool. I like it.
yeah. All right, Mark. I think that was a good, quick podcast about CES 2025. I'm excited. Can't wait to actually have a fucking GeForce 5000 series, because that's gonna be
Ooh.
sick. But yeah. All right, guys.
All right, everyone.
Catch you next one.
Take care.
Peace.